Let me say something that people might never say out loud. If your organization is struggling right now, it may not be your strategy and it might not be your team. It might be you. And the most dangerous part, you probably can't see it. I'm Janora Ledbetter. I am the founder and I am the CEO of the Self Care Network. I work with CEOs and executive teams to identify the people risk that is quietly sitting underneath performance, high turnover, and culture breakdowns. And here's the one pattern that I am seeing over and over again: brilliant, capable CEOs who are unknowingly the source of the instability they are trying to fix. And it's not because they're bad leaders, but it is because they have a blind spot. And I want to be really honest for a second. This isn't something that I just see in other people. I've lived this. Earlier in my career, I was leading a large team. It was high stakes, a lot of responsibility, and a lot of pressure. And on paper, I was doing everything right. I was responsive, I was involved, I cared deeply about outcomes. But what I didn't realize was I didn't trust my team the way I thought I did. So I would step in, I would fix things, I would double check decisions, I would tighten control when things felt uncertain. In my mind, I was just being a strong leader. But my team experienced something completely different. They experienced hesitation, second guessing, a lack of clarity about what they actually owned. And I remember this moment so clearly. One of my team members said very carefully, I want to take more ownership, but I don't always know if I'm allowed to. And that hit me because in my mind, I was asking for ownership, but in my behavior, I was shutting it down. That was my blind spot. And here's the truth no one tells CEOs: the higher that you go in leadership, the less honest feedback you get. People start filtering themselves. They protect your time and your ego and your authority and sometimes even your perception of reality. And so what happens? You're making decisions based on incomplete data while believing that you have full clarity. That's the blind spot. Now, let me show you how this plays out in organizations. I worked with a CEO who kept saying, my team just isn't performing. They're not taking ownership. I need stronger people. But when I looked closer, I saw that every time someone made a decision, he overrode it. Every time that someone stepped up, he corrected them. And every time things felt uncertain, he tightened control. So, what did the team learn? They learned, don't take ownership, wait to be told what to do. And then he turned around and said they lacked leadership skills. Here is what CEO blind spots usually look like: it's micromanagement disguised as high standards, it's avoidance disguised as giving people space, it's inconsistency disguised as flexibility, and it's silence disguised as trust. But your team doesn't experience it that way. They are experiencing confusion and anxiety and instability. And this is what I tell every executive that I work with. Before a culture breaks down, the leadership pattern shows up first, always. Culture is not separate from leadership, it is a reflection of it. Your leadership style is not just strategy, it is your nervous system with the title. It's how you handle pressure, how you respond to uncertainty, how you communicate, or how you don't. That becomes the operating system of your organization. So if you are reactive, your team becomes cautious. If you are inconsistent, your team becomes confused. And if you avoid hard conversations, your team learns to avoid accountability. So let me ask you something. Where might you be the bottleneck in your organization? And where might you be creating the exact outcome that you're frustrated by? Where are you saying one thing, but reinforcing something completely different? That's your purple elephant. And this is the work that I do. I help leaders see what's been invisible to them, not to shame them, but to stabilize what's been quietly breaking down. Because once you see the pattern, you cannot change it. And when leadership stabilizes, everything else follows. So performance is going to improve, turnover is going to slow down, communication is going to get really clearer. You're going to see the pattern, you're going to name the pattern, and then you're going to change the pattern. So if something feels off in your organization right now, do not ignore it because what you're feeling, that's usually where the real issue is. And there's already a cost attached to it: turnover, misalignment, lost time, reputational risk. So here's your next step: go to my description. You're going to find my website and a direct link to book a strategy session with me. In that session, I will help you identify exactly what's happening inside of your organization. And so we can figure out what is costing you and what's costing your team. No guessing, just clarity and a real plan. Because the most expensive problems in your organization are usually the ones leadership can't see. So let's talk about the elephant in the room.